Okay, so it is a Saturday morning here, and yesterday I was trying to find this piece called what I assume is Double or Nothing by Jose Julio Diaz Infante. I could not find the recording for this score. Um, but I have found um, this string quartet by Herman Romero, and this composer has done a much better job of documenting his work. His YouTube channel is full of videos, many of them score videos, and this is one of them. This is a 11-minute string quartet that he wrote in 2006. However, my spreadsheet, it says 2008. And yeah, it's 21 pages, so I'm assuming it's going to be pretty densely notated music. And yeah, I'll pull up his bio because I don't think I have any program notes or front matter for this score. Okay, what? Okay. Okay, studied with Julio Estrada, and is an award-winning composer, has been performed by all these ensembles, mostly in Mexico, was the founder of the Michoacan International Music Festival, and has been the artistic director for its first 3 editions, and has a interest in ear training and pedagogy, and has written many ear training textbooks. Okay. Has been coordinator of the composition and auditory education areas at the Conservatory of Roses, and was rector of this institution from 2004 to 2007. And he's also a photographer. Let's have a look at some of his photography. What would be a good... So he has a series of photos called The Souls of the People, and it's a bunch of dogs. I like that. So yeah, sort of realistic photography. Nothing seems particularly staged, and this is the same man who composed the piece we'll be listening to today. So I'm not a photographer, so I don't have much to say, but I do have a vague memory of rediscovering Romero's music last year, and there's like a variety of pieces that he writes. He has some pieces that are all long tones and very calculated and slow, and he has other pieces that are very frantic and fast, and I'm pretty sure he writes in a serial idiom, but I haven't analyzed any of his work, and from what I remember, I can't remember which string quartet I liked the most, but we'll listen to the fourth one, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Okay, so this is pretty good. I guess this would be the photo I choose for my listening experience here. So I know that Julio Estrada studied with Xenakis and Stockhausen, and I can see a through line from Xenakis to Romero here, because the writing is like either like so dense that it's almost like new complexity, or it's just a pause of a few seconds, or the performers are just holding a chord for a very long time, and it sort of just alternates between very frantic activity and completely static chord ideas, and it's it never really loses momentum. About 4 minutes in, there's a really good moment with the two violins and the viola just like going crazy. Like you are expecting things to be fast, but it just goes like berserk for 10 seconds, and I would commend the ensemble here, Ensemble de la Rosas, because this is a very difficult piece to play as far as I can tell. And yeah, I think the reason why I enjoyed it is it reminded me a lot of Xenakis. I think that's the biggest takeaway, is it has that sort of like unapologetic, like, yeah, we're doing this, you know, sort of extreme composing. So if you like Xenakis and you didn't listen to it, I would go ahead and listen to this, and I think we're going to get to a number of his other string quartets as well. Yeah, I have his second and third. So we're going to have a look at those two, see if they're any different. I think this one has a really strong idea behind all of it. And, you know, it starts out alternating between these two ideas very quickly. And then by the end of the piece, there's a few more variations on the fast idea. But generally, the slow idea or the static idea kind of disappears. And it's a very sort of clear narrative. And yeah. One other thing I noticed was that all the tempos are really slow, and this is sort of a trend I'm seeing in a lot of these like modernist Mexican scores, is the very complex rhythmic writing at, like, in this case, quarter equals 36. In the Maldonado we looked at earlier, there was like eighth equals 52. So it looks a lot crazier than it is, because it still takes quite a bit of time to get through each measure of the piece. And I don't know if this is a trend or if it started somewhere, but it's interesting. It's fun to think about the impression that the score leaves on the performer, and I think tempo is a really easy way to play with that. Yeah, that's it for this one, and yeah, thank you for tuning in and revisiting this composer with me.